Hey everybody, thanks for watching. This is JD with the Keishidojo Martial Arts Unleashed and the Martial Arts Limited Association. And today we have a special treat. We have one of our coaches, Coach Hannah. She's going to come in and teach a workout for you guys. And she's going to give you a whole bunch of exercises. She is a wrestler. She's going to college on a wrestling scholarship. Also, if you haven't already, please hit that like and that subscribe button, as it really helps out our channel. And if you haven't already, please hit that bell because it'll tell you when the next video is going to be coming out. All right, stay tuned for the video.
So the first one we're going to do is we're going to squat into press. So you're going to come feet shoulder width apart, hands by your sides, firmly holding onto whatever that you got. So you're going to go down into your chair position. You're going to come back up, dumbbells or cans to shoulders, press up, back down, and drop it again, and that's one. So you're going to go into your chair position, come up, dumbbells or cans to shoulders, press, back down, and relax. You're going to want to do that, depending on your amount of weights, 8 to 20 times. So I have 10 pounds. I'm going to do this about 8 times. If you have cans, then you're going to want to do them closer to that 20 mark, whatever feels like the best for you. So I'm going to sit, come up, press, your next exercise is with the same set of dumbbells or cans, and you're going to hold them in front of you, but down in a relaxed arm position. You're going to take your feet a little more than shoulder width apart, just a little bit more. And you're going to bend down and drop them to about mid-shin height. Keep your back straight and come back up. So to show it from this angle, feet a little more than shoulder width apart, arms in a relaxed position. You're going to bend your knees just a tiny bit. If you do it like this, you're going to put too much strain on your back. So keep your back straight, knees slightly bent, and bring it down. Kind of like you're in an elevator, but you're not squatting. You're slowly bringing it down, and then you're coming back up. So dumbbell deadlift. When you're right here, you want to feel it pulling your hamstrings, not your lower back. You don't want to feel it in your neck. Keep your neck and your spine in a neutral position, and you're wanting to feel it all right here, not in here. The next exercise is what's called X and Y's. I actually had to grab lighter weights for this, so I have 10s and I have 8s, and that's super okay if you need to get lighter weights too. So you're going to want to put your feet about neutral position underneath your hips. Sometimes that's shoulder width apart for me, sometimes it's a little bit closer, sometimes it's a little bit wider. We're wanting to work our upper body instead of our lower body, so having your feet in a position where you're not struggling makes the movement a lot easier. So I'm going to stand right here. And so the first one is the X. We want to bring it all the way up to right here. And then all the way down, and then all the way forward, and back down, and that's one. And these ones are a little bit heavy for me, and since 2 motions is 1, I like to do 6 to 8, but you're welcome to do more than that. So all the way up, and back down, and back up again. And that's 2. All the way up. Back down. You want to keep your back straight, don't curve, and don't throw your hips forward trying to get it up. Keep your back straight, and that's why your feet are in a neutral position, to help make it easier on your lower back. All the way up, and all the way forward. The next one we're going to do are some shrugs. This one's super simple, and your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. This one's going to work those really lovely muscles right here that you see when you're in tank tops or in low-cut shirts. So you want your feet about shoulder width apart, hands at a neutral resting position, relax your shoulders, and then tense them up. And then relax, and then tense them up again. You can throw in a little roll if you want to, backwards or forwards. But the goal is to just come all the way up or all the way down. And you want to do this one. This one's a little bit easier. And you want to do this one on that higher repetition side, closer to 10 to 15 versus the 6 to 8. The next one is you're going to take your dumbbells and you're going to bring them, you're going to have your feet about shoulder width apart, a little bit wider, just a smidge wider to get to where it feels comfortable. You're going to bring your dumbbells to your collarbone and bring your elbows all the way up. So I'm going to turn to the side so you can see it. Feet shoulder width apart, just a little bit wider. Bring the dumbbells up to your collarbone and then elbows all the way up. This is going to take the pressure off of your shoulders, and the target is your quads. You're wanting to lift right here. Come up, come here, lift up, and then you're going to come into your chair position. Keep your back straight, and then back up. Keeping this up and keeping the dumbbells right here keeps the weight in the front where it's supposed to be. It's called front squat. You're going to want to do this one about 8 to 10 times depending on the weight that you have. You can also do this one without any weight. It just turns into a normal squat, or if you have a really heavy textbook, hold that right here and then come down and then come back up with your textbook. So we're going through 10 exercises, and the 6th one and the 7th one are one-handed exercises. So if you only have one dumbbell, this is perfect. You're going to take your weight or your can, whatever feels comfortable. And if you have a can, you're going to hold it just in your hands like this. If you have a weight, you're making sort of like a goblet kind of look. These are called goblet squats. You want your feet quite a bit wider than your shoulders. And you're wanting to put your hands underneath the top of the dumbbell or on the sides of the can, about at collarbone height. Hold it here and come into your chair position, low chair position. You want to feel it in your hips and in your hamstrings. And we're going to do that about 6 to 8 times. If you don't have a weight, up the repetitions. The 7th exercise are some dumbbell snatches. You can do this one without a weight too. I'm going to show that one without a weight because it's a little bit funky to see without one. So you're going to come down, you're going to have your hands, and you're going to stay right here. You're going to come down into a squat position and put your hand on the floor. This one hand is going to come back. You don't want to put this here. You don't want to put this here. Back here. Kind of like you're a football player about to tackle. Right here, hand behind. And then you're going to jump up without a weight. With the weight, it looks a little bit different. So we're going to grab it. We're going to come down. Feet are a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Weight is on the ground. My back is straight, like I'm in an intense sit position. Hand is back. You're going to come down, grab it, stand up, use your legs, not your back, and you're going to throw it up. I'm going a little bit slow, so it's not exactly right. I'm going to speed it up so you can see what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to flow a little bit smoother than what I'm showing. So I'm going to come down and throw it up. And come down and throw it up. And then when you're ready to switch, you're going to do 6 to 8 on each side, depending on the weight that you have. Hand back, intense seat position. Come down, throw it up. And up. The last 3 are going to be on the ground, so find a comfy space, clear space that you can be flat on your back. I'll come to the side here. You're going to take your dumbbells or your cans, or for this one, you could even use that textbook that you used earlier. So come down, lay flat on your back. Spine flat, flush to the floor. You're going to grab your weights, and you're going to bring them up. You're going to be kind of like in a cactus position. This is what I call it. Your arms are straight out. They make 90-degree angles. Your elbows and your triceps are resting on the floor. You're going to come all the way up and hold it for just a second, and then come back down. Because it's not super heavy, control is key in working those fine muscles. And then all the way back down. all the way up, and all the way back down. This is a very easy dumbbell bench press. And if you have a textbook, so imagine this is about textbook width. You're here, it's going to be closer. It'll be similar to a close grip dumbbell bench press. So you're here and press it up. This is going to work the same chest muscle. You're going to want to do this one about 6 to 8 times. All right, the next one is going to be your dumbbell bench flies, but we don't have a bench. If you have a bench, go ahead, use it, knock it out. It's going to be the exact same type of motion. So you're going to lay down. You're going to come into this cactus position like you were with the bench press, except we're going to come all the way up right here, and then bring it down. Your triceps are just going to graze the floor, and then bring it back up. All the way straight. Keep those elbows from locking, and keep them from bending like this. If the weight's too heavy, go lighter. Do not compensate heavy weight for bad form. And then all the way back up. Keep your spine flush with the floor or the bench. If you don't have a weight that's light enough, grab your soup cans. If those are still making it awkward to use, this works really well too, no weights. And then come all the way back down. Going slow and controlled is key when you are doing body weight workouts. All the way back down. Triceps are just barely touching the floor. And back up. If you are doing body weight, try to hit closer to that 15 to 20 mark. If you've got weights, try anywhere between 6 to 10 repetitions. All right, our last one is an upper body and ab exercise. We've done quads, we've done hamstrings, we've done chest, we've done just about everything except your core. So we're gonna lay down and we're gonna grab our weights. You can do this one without weights too, but we're gonna do it with, and then I'll show you without. This one is the most important to keep your back and spine flush with the floor. So you're gonna bring your legs all the way up, keep your arms straight, and bring your knees and your feet up, and hold it for a second, and bring it back down. Keeping your back flush with the floor engages that core. Bring it all the way up and back down. All the way back up and down. You want to hit this one about 10 times. Way back up and down. Without weights is exactly the same. All the way up and back down. All the way up and back down.
Well, thank you, Hannah, for that. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you guys get something out of this. Go ahead and try these exercises out. You have 10 of them to work. Again, based on the weight, as she said, you will do a different number. And then, of course, I completely agree with what she said in that last little section. Don't compensate heavier weight for form. And I see a lot of people do that. Even when I go to the gym and stuff, I see people doing that. So keep that in mind. Don't compensate weight for form. And go ahead, feel free to pause this video, do the workouts, do the 7 to 10, and then hit play again. We hope you got something out of this. Don't forget to hit that like button, it really helps us out. Hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that bell so you know when the next video is going to be coming out. We will have Coach Hannah back for another video, which will be groundwork for women, which will help people that do wrestling and Jiu-Jitsu or no-gi grappling. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks, Hannah.
No problem.